Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal weekend and getting ready for next week. It's going to be a big one. So let's go ahead and start off with a couple of things here. First of all, we went ahead and had these two resistance levels over here, which were at the same level, failed it over here, and then had the big move to the downside, of course. Now, that being said, we've made this incredible resurgence all the way back up to here. We've used up a lot of rocket fuel to get there. So what am I looking at? Well, as we go in and we look at that horizontal line now, it's just below the 26,400 area on the NASDAQ futures. So we're basically looking for it to hold up in this area. So breakthrough, pull back a little bit, and then start to take off. That's what we want to see happen. If these start to catch up and we start to break below those levels, that could lead to quite a move back to the downside. And a lot of that's going to be driven at this point by what happens on the world stage. We've warned you guys about that for how long now, and all that came true these last several months. So as we're taking a look at this, though, there's an incredible number of trading and investing opportunities. So as we look at like Wealth Scanner inside of WealthCharts there, finding all sorts of great opportunities on the swing trading side here for equity and options traders. Seasonality, sector scanning, you want to see which sectors are hot and becoming hot. Use the sector scanner here, and we'll talk a little bit more about which ones are hot and not. Hashtag recently communications have been pretty hot, just like this one right here. So there's a lot of great opportunities here. But then, of course, one that's very near and personally dear to my heart, and many of you here listening to me right now, the active trading. What in the world do you do when it's not just going straight up and it's not going straight down? This was one of the 2 days of trading competitions that I had over in Europe a few weeks ago, and I was blessed to win both of those, one on Thursday, one on Friday. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to focus on trying to train you for that. So, this coming summit here starting, by the time you see this video now, it's going to be tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, we're going to hit, I'm going to have a 2-hour segment kicking off the week. We're going to have some absolutely incredible, of course, we've got legendary, technical analyst Ralph Akpora kicking us off. And then, we've got the OIC for our options trader. Then we got Ziad, and then a couple hours special with me. And then we've got another, Brett, from Tradeify. And speaking of that, and on the prop trading space, we've got hundreds of accounts we're giving away next week. So it's going to be insane, let alone all the wonderful normal prizes we give away. It is going to be an insane week. And we're going to talk about how do you trade through this? How did I trade? What was I looking for trading this market here during the trading competition? So it's different than when it's going straight up or going straight down, right? And so like here, even with yesterday or Friday's activities here, what happened, how do you trade this? How do you work through this? This is what we need to focus on, and that's what we're going to be focusing on very heavily this week. It's all designed to make you better and better and better. So join me. Go to wealth365.com/BBT, wealth365.com/BBT. Sign up here. But as I said, this will come out Sunday morning, and you guys are going to have a big treat. Lots of giveaways, hundreds of different accounts for all of you that are prop traders. Of course, all the wonderful big prizes, cash prizes. So this is a big show, and we're also going to be trying to get into the nitty-gritty on talking about how to take these trades in these types of markets as well. So for the active, super fast day traders and prop traders, this is going to be special because like I said, I just used these techniques Thursday and Friday a few weeks ago in Europe. And then, of course, for our swing traders, going to be a lot of stuff for everybody here. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Again, go to wealth365.com/BBT right now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Good afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.